Hey YouTube, this is React Pact. I'm Zach.
I'm Rose.
I'm Nikki.
And this is Jujutsu Kaisen. We had them finally get into the fight between Nanami and Stitches, as we call him. And it seems like Tanjiro is talking with... Itadori is talking with Yoshiro.
Yeah.
He's trying to see if he can bring him around. Well,
or at least he wants to get information out of him. He actually
out
doesn't know what he's struggling with right now.
Yeah, so through the process, maybe he'll bring him around.
He said everything. I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing Yoshiro come around because he's struggled a lot in life, and I'd like to see him see some bright days, you know, and maybe get some confidence without having to kill people.
All right, then let's get into it. Guys, remember to hit the like button if you like the video, and subscribe, and check our Patreon in the description to see these episodes a whole week early, as well as anything on our home banner on our channel.
There you go.
Let's get into it.
Packed.
So I think it might be what we were talking about last time.
Yeah.
Well, look at his legs. A single blow. Imbue the wall with the energy. I should Josh's. Oof. Alright, he just like, alright, I'm slowing it down and I'm out.
Oh!
Nice. Forgot about that momentarily.
Bruh! Oh, he's trying to catch the other one. Friendly. Oh no.
Oh, he prepped him.
Yeah. Kazuma-san.
Okay. Oh, he just spent a lot of time watching movies.
Because he likes movies.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright.
His friend, his movie friend.
Who's that? Who's that? He's Moon. She's pretty.
Itadori!
What? That's a...
He's belly.
Can't say no now.
I just realized he's wearing a...
He's wearing a school uniform.
Or at least a jacket, yeah. Ew.
Oh, that's like... Hey, by the way, I won't die. So he didn't even realize he wouldn't die there. No. Just no. Just your own clothes. He seems so panicked. Yes.
Yes.
It's a massive blunder. Adult
Oh no!
What? Oh.
Yes.
Just hangs up in disappointment. Now we're watching a movie.
Got him. Aww. Even mom's happy.
I'm gonna go murder somebody. Can hear it through the phone. Said. Once, but will you?
Ah, this is what he needs to hear. Good.
Good job.
What the heck?
But who?
Oh no.
Finger?
Oh no.
But what? None of this makes sense.
It must have been the other ones may have set it up or something.
Oh yeah,
Because they might want to
guy,
push Yushiro.
That one guy with the thing across his head.
His
Yoshino, oh no.
Just throw his fingers around like candy. Surely didn't think it wouldn't happen.
Oh no, they're gonna blame Itadori.
See that in the sky over there?
Yeah. Oh no.
Special beam dark. Special beam cannon.
Special beam cannon.
Oh wait, that's what our supervisor guy said. The black veil.
Yeah. Did we already get the halfway mark?
Yes.
Oof.
What the heck?
It's all passed out.
It was Yoshino, not Yoshiro.
Oh, look at all the scars.
たいことがある。あれをうちに置いたのお前か。何の話だ。
Wow.
なんだよ。
Already dead.
なってないな。お前は死ぬのかよ。質問の答えがイエスでもノーでも。だって僕にお前の嘘を見抜く術はないし、そうされるだけのことをお前はしてきたからね。最後くらい誠意を見せてくれ。
Oh, you got a force.
Dark side force.
だから
How did he get in though? I guess he has weak cursed energy?
He's got a jellyfish.
Interesting.
Good jelly.
No, this is.
No, it's.
Okay.
Discussion.
Discussion.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Somebody say.
So we talked about this, if you're going from the top.
Yeah. Nanami.
The pact.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea of the Nen pact holds here, where you make a pact and it strengthens your power eventually.
Well, it's not the same as Nen,
Not the
because
same.
Nen was
No.
like restrictions.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is like a pact. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
neutral
Similar idea.
thing.
It's a kind of understanding of seemingly mutual. Well, I'd say beforehand, it seemed like a mutual benefit thing where if you understand how the power works, it's stronger. So it's like it's an understanding that both sides take.
Mm-hmm.
So this is also a kind of understanding where his power is stronger after 6.
Yeah. I was gonna say it doesn't even have to be between two parties.
Yeah.
It can just be between him and his power. you know?
He didn't explain it,
No.
but Stitches surmised that it's just a time pact where after 6 he gets power. So maybe none of the things that we thought maybe he had to be tired or maybe he has to be working or something. Maybe it's just happens to be if it's
Just
after
over
6.
time.
Right.
Yeah.
Which-
And then he also powered himself up even more by doing the mutual not understanding kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Which makes me wonder if that extends then to be, is this time pact something that you have to have the intent of following, as in you work from 9 to 5 but after 6 you're stronger, or can you like game the system of after 6 I'm stronger but he also works from 6 to 9 or something, you know what I mean? Like, can you game the system that way, or is it no, you have to actually be honest, you have to be doing something that you would normally do, and would that be the pact?
Question.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm about to ask you to clarify, but I don't think you can.
I don't put mechanics of the world in my head. Are you hearing me?
That is true.
And then when what's his name? When Nanami called Ichi, what's his name?
Itadori?
No.
Ichi,
The supervisor.
Let's call him Ichi.
Okay.
Or the
I
driver.
don't remember his name either.
He was like, I can handle being chewed out by Gojo because he's like a man child, but I can't take an adult of all adults chewing me up. I cry. I was like, this guy has issues.
Yeah, he's essentially, he's so constantly in a subservient role in this group that if it's a kid yelling at him, he doesn't really care. But if it's somebody in charge of him, he feels overwhelmed with shame. Poor guy. He heard about the phone. 2 hours.
Yeah. That was funny.
I really liked the Itadori at their house, at Junpei's house. I thought it was gonna be like just a lot of cringe moments, perhaps, like to play on that. But no, it was really cute. Nice.
Yeah.
I did not expect the mom to get killed.
No,
I did not expect her to get killed.
I remember when I first saw this, I was like, what?
Yeah, when the thing showed up, I was like, oh, they're just gonna take her hostage, and he's just gonna have to fight, and it's gonna be a whole thing.
Yeah.
But no, she just died.
Yeah. I remember when I first watched this, it wasn't until that last scene there when Junpei is like beating up the guy that I was like, oh, she died.
You didn't believe it?
No. I was like, oh, I must be misunderstanding something here. But no.
But there is something weird there. The lower half of her body was missing, but there were ice packs. What? And there was no blood, just ice packs. So is it that the ice packs, like it was so cold, they like something
cauterized
freezed it
or
and
something,
freezed her lower half, and so no blood, and then they put ice packs to explain why that happened, or
that's kind of random.
Yeah, like what's the point if you're gonna leave half the body there anyway? Or maybe it's by time, so if he goes in to check on her, he just sees her feet. But obviously he found out pretty quickly.
And on top of that, Junpei would have been the one to find her too.
Yeah.
And the guy pretty came Mahito. He how did he contact him? Was Mahito just waiting there? So it seems to me like there's a lot of things that would, if you sat down and thought about it, you'd realize that maybe Mahito has something to do with it. But he's very overwhelmed with emotion probably right now. He's not thinking straight. He just wants revenge on the world.
And on top of it, he felt some sort of liberation from Mahito. Yeah. You know, in the beginning, he helped him. So he doesn't suspect him. And he's the one who set him to suspect Itadori. So even though he likes Itadori, he's not 100% trusting him.
Yeah, he doesn't know exactly where he stands in all this. You know? He felt, like you said, liberation. He felt... he no longer felt obligated to care about these people who don't care about him. Once he told him that nobody has any hearts or anything. But then when Isidori showed him that little light that he needed, there is, you will change once you've killed somebody, or maybe you won't be able to see the world the same. So it's like, okay, maybe I can't.
And it's like, I don't want to taint my toes, taint my soul.
Yeah.
But I mean, this show really had us up and down as an emotional roller coaster, because at first you're like, oh, Itadori's gonna save him, and then it just turns right around again, and he's down a dark path again.
For me, this is going to be a very crucial moment for this show, because like when we're watching Re:Zero, we got those moments of, oh, this is how this show is going to be, when it got like brutal. With this, however Junpei ends up will tell me what to expect from this show. Like, can Itadori save him? That'll tell me that, no, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Is it going to be like a bittersweet thing? Or is he just, this is it, and Junpei's gone, and he's going to become like a Sasuke or something, right?
Yeah. And how do you think these people keep getting the fingers?
That's what
I was thinking about that. Sorry. You go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think they have some sort of plan to like either absorb Sukuna's power, and so they've been saving the fingers, like searching for it and saving them, or they want to destroy him. Either way, they have some sort of plan for Sukuna, and they have I think they have a lot of the fingers. I don't think these are just a few.
Didn't they straight up say earlier on that they want him to join their side, like when they're in the
Itadori?
cafe? No. When not Itadori joined their side. Like when in the cafe when Jogo was talking to the guy, didn't they say to win they needed to kill Gojo and get Sukuna on their side? One of those two things.
They needed to subdue Gojo, and something about.
I don't remember what it was about Sukuna. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But them having the fingers, that's not even the big deal to me, because everything's drawn to those fingers, so it makes sense that the strongest things would end up with them, and these guys seem like the strongest. So I don't really have an issue with them having them. What I have an issue with is the seeming frivolous usage of them.
Like, here, have fingers.
There's only so many.
Yeah.
And they're incredibly powerful individually. Yeah. Now, sure, these beings may be arrogant, and they may think that, like, look how long it took Jogo to understand that Gojo was just destroying him, Like, no, there must be some reason why I'm not destroying this guy, So maybe that has to play into it, but it seems like these are super weapons that you're just using for little tricks. So
I think it's supposed to look like it's just little tricks, but I am confident that they have quite a plan.
Well, this plan right here, is interesting because it's trying to like they're luring in Itadori something like that. But it's just this. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure they have a plan. It just I feel like when you consider the worm thing, and I know that most of them would be strong enough to destroy the worm thing, but the damage it can do with just that, why do they leave the finger and not bring it?
I think the finger was important to draw make them
want Sukuna.
Make Sukuna come out or make Sukuna want to take it, or I don't know, something to do with Sukuna there. But I think they were that situation was for them to find out how strong he was at his current state. Right?
Wait, which situation are you talking about?
The worm one.
No, I'm talking about center. The didn't they get the finger from the mother situation?
No, they didn't.
They didn't?
I thought they collected it.
I thought it said that in a police report a Sukuna finger was found at the
if they collect, but
I thought they said that.
I don't remember if they collected that. They didn't show.
I guess we could just check it real quick after, but yeah, I thought it said like a Sukuna finger was found at the scene, which would imply then that the sorcerers got it. So I was just wondering what was the point of leaving it there if you're gonna make a big veil that's gonna call them anyway, you know?
Yeah.
Because
Do you think the veil would have called them?
No, not the veil called them, but he said put up the veil, but a veil that just showed up in the middle of town. The windows will call the police like quickly. A window is someone who can see, the veil. So they're basically it's only a natural matter of time before they see. So we got to move quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
So
they kind of wasted the finger there.
It seemed like it. So I'm wondering what the point of Junpei is. Like, why do they want Junpei? Maybe they see something in him. Yeah, perhaps.
It could be they see something in him, or I think they're just using him for Sukuna goals.
Sukuna goals.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what is it that they're using it for Sukuna goals, and whatever that plan is worth a finger? I just keep bringing it back to the worth of the finger. It feels like with both the worm and now it's a lot to put up.
Maybe they just have all of them. Maybe they just have the rest.
I think
probably
they have quite a few of them.
Probably, but there's only like 20, right?
There's 20.
Yeah, and we've seen 3 destroyed now.
I think whatever their plan involves making Sukuna stronger. I think they want him to get the fingers.
They want him out.
Yeah.
Did we ever talk about Grandpa dying with regret? It just occurred to me that he died regretting. He didn't say regret his life, but he talked as though he regretted not having anybody in his life.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering if that was further hinting at him having been a Jujutsu sorcerer as well. Because later the principal says, Jujutsu sorcerers died with regret, and Grandpa talked like that. And he had no kids and stuff like that. So
he
had kids. what I mean is they're not around anymore. So perhaps living that dangerous life.
Yeah.
He was gonna tell Itadori about Itadori's parents, but Itadori's like, nah, fam, don't need that.
I hate it when characters do that. It's free information. Like, what is the actual reason for not telling you about your family or the past?
It's like in Hunter x Hunter, where Gun's father is like, if you want to hear about your mother, just keep listening. He's like,
no. All right.
Yeah, I think it's dumb. The funny thing about that though is, like 2 seconds later, Killer was like, "You really should listen." Like, all right.
Yeah. Right. It's too late.
It's hilarious. But yeah, that's all I have.
Me too.
And the jellyfish.
Right.
What the heck is that?
I wrote that down.
That's probably the force that we saw.
Yeah.
Do you think like Stitch or Mahito gave him something? Like endowed him with some sort of cursed energies? Can you do that anyways? Because if you could, why wouldn't Gojo give something to Itadori? So, or maybe he just like helped him tap into it. Like maybe, you know how his abilities like soul morphing or whatever. So maybe he did something to him. Because he does that to those other cursed spirits that he leaves all over the place, where he makes them able to wield cursed energy.
He could have just taught him how to use his power.
I mean, he's just down and gloomy right now. He's got a lot of negative energy.
And also, he's gloomy, he's down, and he's able to see them. Like, his innate power is pretty strong if he's able to see them without any training.
Well, it was triggered, remember? It was triggered at the theater.
No, he was able to see Mahito even before, because he saw him bend down next to them. He saw him. He's like looking at Mahito.
He said he can only see them recently.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know if he was just lying.
I thought he was just maybe just a window his whole life or something.
Yeah.
But all right.
But yeah, that's it.
All right. Guys, remember to leave a like on the video and check the description for our Patreon to see these episodes a whole week early. And remember to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Oh, bye.
And special thanks to CC Flips, Mitchell D, Diego, Jackie, and Takamatsu.